The skies over Washington, D.C. split open with the thunderous roar of alien engines as the Valkyries, a race of alien warrior women, descended upon Earth. Their ships, sleek and imposing, hovered over the city, casting shadows that chilled the hearts of those below. General Thomas Hart, alongside other global defense leaders, watched the spectacle from the Pentagon's Situation Room, the tension palpable in the air. "General Hart, they're hailing us," said Lieutenant Commander Ryan, his hand hovering over the communications switch. "Put them through," Hart commanded, his voice steady despite the circumstances. On the screen, a striking Valkyries leader, General Kira, appeared. Her eyes, sharp and assessing, seemed to pierce through the digital divide. "People of Earth, I am General Kira of the Valkyries. We have observed your kind from afar. You are as weak as we expected, especially your males, whom we find particularly unimpressive." General Hart bristled at the insult but maintained his composure. "General Kira, Earth's people are stronger than we appear. We welcome you diplomatically, not with disdain." Kira laughed, a sound that echoed ominously through the command center. "Diplomacy? We see no need. However, we find sport and challenge. Prove your worth in combat, or submit to our rule." Admiral Lucas, standing next to Hart, whispered fiercely, "We can't bow to threats, Tom. We should show them what we're made of." Hart nodded, then addressed Kira. "We accept your challenge. Earth will not lie down quietly." "Very well," Kira smirked, her confidence unshaken. "Prepare your champions. We await your bravest at the Aryan Arena, neutral ground within the Tarkon system. There, we shall see if your sons are as formidable as you claim." The transmission ended abruptly, leaving the room in stunned silence. Hart turned to his aides, determination setting into his features. "Gather our top military strategists. We need to form a response team, Earth's best." As the meeting convened, ideas were thrown around, strategies debated. Tom proposed a selection criterion for choosing Earth's representatives. "We need individuals who are not just physically capable, but also clever and adaptable. This isn't just about strength, it's about outsmarting the Valkyries." Lieutenant Commander Ryan suggested, "What about Tom Reed, former Special Forces, now a top combat instructor? If anyone can lead this team, it's him." Hart considered, then made his decision. "Bring him in. Let's see if he's willing to lead this charge." Days later, Tom Reed stood before General Hart and his assembly of military brass, his demeanor calm yet assertive. "I've heard of your challenge, General. I'm ready to lead Earth's team. Who's with me?" Admiral Lucas stepped forward, extending his hand. "You'll have the full support of Earth's united forces behind you. Let's show these Valkyries who they're dealing with." Reed's acceptance marked the beginning of a crucial chapter for Earth. As news of the Valkyries challenge spread, humanity's spirit was tested, but also galvanized. They would meet the Valkyries' mockery with courage and prove that Earth's sons were indeed formidable. In the high-tech training facility hidden beneath the Rocky Mountains, Tom Reed stood before a holographic display, strategizing with General Hart and his selected team of elite fighters. Each man was chosen for his unique skills and combat prowess, reflecting the best Earth had to offer. "Listen up," Tom began, his voice echoing slightly in the vast underground room. "The Valkyries have challenged us to prove our strength. They think we're weak, that we'll fold under their pressure. We're going to prove them wrong." General Hart nodded, stepping forward to address the team. "Each of you has been selected not just for your physical abilities, but for your mental toughness and strategic thinking. This isn't just a brawl. It's a series of tactical engagements. We need to outsmart and outfight them." The team members, including Jack Mason, a champion mixed martial artist, and Liu Zhang, a former Navy SEAL with expertise in unconventional warfare, listened intently, absorbing every piece of information. "We'll be facing them in the Aryan Arena," Tom continued, highlighting the arena's layout on the display. "It's designed for both aerial and ground combat. Expect gravity anomalies, hidden traps, and sudden environmental changes. It's as much about adaptability as it is about strength." Jack, cracking his knuckles, looked around at his teammates. "We've each faced tough odds before, but it's not just about us. It's about showing what Earth can do when pushed." Leo added, his gaze fixed on the strategic map. "We need to keep them guessing. Change tactics frequently, use the environment to our advantage, and support each other. No heroics. This is a team effort." As the strategy session deepened, they simulated various scenarios, from direct confrontations to more complex, multi-phased operations. Tom emphasized the importance of endurance and resilience. These trials could last for hours, if not days. Pace yourselves, watch each other's backs, and remember, every move we make is watched by the galaxy. We set the standard for what Earth can do. Later, as the team trained, General Hart pulled Tom aside. "Reed, there's more at stake here than just our pride. A victory could significantly shift galactic perceptions of humanity. We need this win." Tom, wiping sweat from his brow, replied firmly, "We won't let Earth down, sir. We're ready to fight, ready to win." The training sessions grew more intense as the day of departure approached. The team honed their skills relentlessly, from hand-to-hand combat to strategic maneuvers in simulated environments mimicking the Aryan arena's conditions. The night before their departure, the team gathered for a final briefing. Tom looked at each of his teammates, seeing determination etched on every face. "Tomorrow, we head to the Tarkon system. Remember, we're not just fighters, we're ambassadors of Earth. Let's show the galaxy the strength of humanity." With a final cheer, the team packed their gear, their spirits high. They were not just going to meet the challenge, they were going to redefine it. As the Vanguard prepared for takeoff, Earth watched, its hopes riding on the courage and capability of Tom Reed and his team. The Vanguard spacecraft, carrying Tom Reed and his elite team, approached the Aryan arena, situated in the neutral Tarkon system. The arena, a colossal structure floating in space, was designed to test the mettle of warriors from across the galaxy. As the Earth team disembarked, they were met with the imposing sight of the Valkyries delegation, led by General Kira, their stature and confidence unshaken. "Welcome, humans," General Kira greeted them with a smirk, her voice echoing through the massive entrance hall. "We're eager to see if your performance is as spirited as your acceptance of our challenge." Tom stepped forward, his demeanor calm yet assertive. "We won't disappoint you, General. Earth has more than just spirit. We have skill." The first trial was announced shortly thereafter, a test of agility and strategy. The Earth team was to navigate through a complex obstacle course filled with traps, shifting platforms, and sudden gravitational changes, all while being pursued by automated drone attackers. As the trial commenced, Tom led his team with precision. Jack Mason's agility and combat skills allowed him to disable several drones, turning their parts into makeshift weapons against further obstacles. Liu Jiang, with his tactical acumen, identified the safest and fastest routes through the shifting maze. "Keep moving, watch your six, and adapt quickly," Tom commanded as they maneuvered through the course. The team's cohesion and adaptability surprised the onlooking Valkyries, who had not anticipated such a well-coordinated human response. By the end of the trial, the Earth team not only survived the course but completed it in record time, securing a surprising victory in the first round. The crowd, a mixture of various alien species, murmured with intrigue and newfound respect. General Kira's expression, as she watched the humans celebrate their win, shifted from disdain to contemplation. "Impressive, Captain Reed. Perhaps we underestimated your kind." Tom, catching his breath, replied, "We have more to show, General. Earth is full of surprises." The second trial involved combat strategy and teamwork. The teams were placed in a simulated urban environment where they had to capture strategic points while combating enemy squads. Tom's leadership shone as he directed his team to victory by using the city's verticality and dense cover to their advantage, outmaneuvering the Valkyries at every turn. After another unexpected win, the mood among the Valkyries shifted from mockery to serious competition. The Earth team's success began to turn the tide, not just in the arena, but in how the galaxy viewed humanity. Tom and his team were no longer underdogs. They were worthy adversaries. As the trials continued, each victory added layers to Earth's reputation. Tom's team, though weary, grew more confident with each win. Their camaraderie and sheer determination became their hallmark, drawing crowds larger than before, many rooting for the humans to win. Back on Earth, news of their success spread like wildfire, bolstering morale and pride across nations. Humanity watched, their hopes and dreams riding on the shoulders of Tom and his team, as they continued to face each new challenge with unwavering courage and ingenuity. As the tournament progressed, the stakes grew higher and the challenges became more daunting. But Tom's leadership and his team's unbreakable spirit prepared them to face whatever the Valkyries, or the galaxy, threw their way. The Earth team was not just participating in the trials, they were setting a new standard for what humans could achieve when united under a common cause. After their successive victories, the Earth team faced their most challenging trial yet. The arena was set up as a simulated wilderness environment, complete with unpredictable weather patterns and hidden dangers. The objective was simple yet daunting: Capture a flag situated at the highest peak, heavily guarded by Valkrik's elite forces. As the trial began, Tom Reed huddled his team for a quick strategy session. "This isn't just about speed or strength," he explained, surveying the rugged terrain through binoculars. "It's about endurance and making smart choices. Use the environment to your advantage." Jack Mason, known for his agility and quick thinking, suggested a diversionary tactic. "I'll take point and draw their main forces out by feinting a direct assault. That should give you guys a chance to flank them and move towards the peak." Tom nodded in agreement. "Do it, but keep it tight. We can't afford any injuries. Leo, you and I will take the northern ridge. It's less direct, but covered." The trial was intense. As Jack led a bold frontal distraction, Tom and Leo navigated the northern ridge, their progress hidden by thick mist. Meanwhile, the Valkriks, confident in their superior numbers and home turf advantage, quickly responded to Jack's feint, underestimating the strategic split of the Earth team. Halfway through the ascent, a severe storm rolled in, reducing visibility to near zero. Tom used this to their advantage, guiding his team through lesser-known paths he had identified on the arena's topographic maps pre-trial. Their detailed preparation paid off, allowing them to bypass several Valkrik's patrols. Back at the frontal assault, Jack managed to hold his own longer than the Valkrik's expected, his expert combat skills on full display as he parried and dodged, drawing the enemy further away from the real action. However, he was eventually overwhelmed and had to retreat, but not before signaling Tom that the majority of the enemy was engaged with him. Reaching the peak, Tom and Leo found the flag guarded by only a few Valkrik's due to the misdirection. A fierce battle ensued, where Tom's combat experience and Leo's tactical skills were put to the test. They managed to overcome the guards, seizing the flag just as the storm cleared. As they planted the Earth flag on the peak, the arena erupted in cheers, not just from humans, but from various species who had come to respect the tenacity and ingenuity of Earth's representatives. The Valkrik's, witnessing the unexpected defeat, grew increasingly wary of underestimating the Earth team. General Kira, observing the trials, approached Tom after the event, her demeanor cold yet respectful. "Captain Reed, your tactics are enlightening. We may have judged your kind too hastily." Tom, handing over the captured flag to a team member, responded, "There's strength in every species, General. Sometimes it just looks a little different than expected." With this pivotal victory, the Earth team not only secured a strategic win, but also shifted the perception of human capability across the galaxy. The Valkrik's, renowned for their military prowess, began to view the humans not just as competitors, but as potential equals in the art of war. As the trials progressed, the challenges increased in complexity and danger. But with each victory, the Earth team, led by Tom Reed, grew more unified and determined to demonstrate Earth's spirit and skill on the galactic stage. The counterattack at the Wilderness Trial proved to be a turning point, showcasing not only their physical abilities, but also their strategic depth and adaptability. The atmosphere was electric as the final trial approached. The Earth team had not only survived, but thrived, pushing the Valkrik's to acknowledge Earth's unexpected prowess. The final challenge was set in a vast arena designed to simulate a collapsing star system, complete with meteor showers, shifting gravity fields, and intermittent bursts of radiation. Tom Reed gathered his team for a last briefing. The wear and tear of the previous trials were visible on everyone's faces, yet their eyes burned with a determination that had been forged in the fires of relentless competition. "This is it," Tom said, looking each of his teammates in the eye. "Today we finish what we started. Remember, it's not just about brute strength or even sheer willpower, it's about who we are and what we stand for." The final event was a multi-phase trial designed to test endurance, strategy, and combat efficiency under extreme conditions. The Earth team would need to navigate through a hazardous asteroid field, solve complex environmental puzzles, and finally engage in direct combat with the Valkrik's champions. As the trial commenced, the arena simulated the chaotic environment of a dying star system. Meteor showers pelted the terrain, creating craters and obstacles that the team had to swiftly maneuver through. Jack Mason took the lead, using his exceptional agility to guide the team through the asteroids. "Keep close, watch for my signals," he shouted over the roar of colliding rocks. Tom and Leo followed, covering each other's backs while solving the environmental puzzles that required manipulating energy flows to open pathways or deactivate traps. Their problem-solving skills were crucial, allowing them to bypass challenges that stalled other teams. As they cleared the second phase, the final combat phase began. The Valkyries champions, formidable in their combat gear, awaited in an arena that now mimicked the core of a star, with intense heat and erratic gravitational forces. Tom faced the Valkyries leader, a towering warrior named Zara, in a duel that would decide the trial's outcome. As they circled each other, Tom recalled all he had learned about Valkyries' combat techniques, their preferences for high-powered, straightforward attacks, and their slight underestimation of human agility and tactical creativity. The duel was intense, with Tom and Zara exchanging blows that echoed through the arena. Using a combination of deft maneuvers and strategic strikes, Tom managed to exploit a small opening in Zara's defense, disarming her with a swift, unexpected move. As Zara yielded, the arena fell silent, then erupted in cheers not just from Earth supporters, but from various spectators who had come to admire the grit and tenacity of the human team. General Kyra, observing the match, nodded in respect at Tom's victory. "Well fought, Captain Reed. You and your team have shown the galaxy that Earth is not to be underestimated." As the trials concluded, the Earth team was declared the overall winner, a result that few had anticipated at the beginning. The victory was celebrated not just as a win in the arena, but as a symbolic triumph of human spirit, ingenuity, and resilience. Back on Earth, news of the victory spread like wildfire, igniting celebrations across the globe. Humanity had not only defended its honor, but had also established itself as a formidable force in the galactic community. Tom Reed and his team returned to Earth as heroes, their success a testament to the potential of human beings when faced with seemingly insurmountable odds. They had gone to the trials as underdogs and returned as champions, forever changing how humanity was viewed among the stars. The victory of the Earth team in the galactic trials brought not only jubilation, but a profound shift in Earth's standing among the stars. News of Tom Reed and his team's triumph had spread throughout human colonies and beyond, inspiring a newfound sense of pride and unity among Earth's citizens. The morning after their return, Tom stood before a massive crowd gathered in New York City, the backdrop of the United Nations building symbolizing Earth's unity. Broadcasts of his speech were being relayed worldwide, reaching every corner of the human domain. "Today we stand not just as victors of a tournament, but as proof of what humanity is capable of achieving," Tom began, his voice resonating with strength and conviction. "We faced warriors who doubted us, who mocked our abilities, but we showed them the spirit of Earth, our spirit. We showed them our courage, our ingenuity, and our heart." Cheers erupted from the crowd, a sea of faces from all walks of life, reflecting the diversity and resilience of Earth's people. Above the din, Tom continued, "This victory isn't just for those of us who fought in the arena. It's for all of us, every man, woman, and child who believes in the potential of humanity." As the applause died down, Tom introduced his team members one by one, each receiving their due recognition. Jack Mason, Leo Zhang, and the others waved to the crowd, their faces marked by modest pride. In the days following the celebration, Tom and his team were invited to speak at various institutions, from military academies to universities, sharing their experiences and the lessons they learned. The interest in interstellar relations and defense strategies surged, leading to increased funding for space exploration and military training programs. Meanwhile, diplomatic channels that had been cautious or indifferent towards Earth now sought alliances and trade agreements. The victory in the trials had marked Earth as a significant player on the galactic stage, capable of influencing regional and interstellar policies. General Kira, representing the Valkyries, arrived on Earth to formalize the peace and mutual respect pact between Earth and the Valkyries Confederation. During a ceremonial meeting held at the United Nations, she spoke of new beginnings. "Earth has taught us a valuable lesson," Kira admitted, her tone respectful and conciliatory. "We came to challenge, perhaps even to intimidate, but we leave with respect and a desire for partnership. Let this be the dawn of a new era between our peoples." The pact was signed amid flashes of cameras, sealing a new alliance that promised mutual benefits and cooperation. Tom, standing beside General Kira during the signing, felt a sense of accomplishment, but also the weight of new responsibilities. As Earth navigated its elevated role, Tom remained a central figure in shaping its path forward. His leadership and vision were instrumental in guiding Earth's integration into the galactic community, ensuring that the lessons learned from the trials were applied to build a stronger, more unified planet. Reflecting on the journey, Tom knew the road ahead would be filled with challenges. Yet, he was confident that Earth was ready to face them, armed with new allies, a respected standing, and a united purpose. The trials had been just the beginning. Earth was ready to embrace its future, whatever it might hold, with the eyes of the galaxy watching, now with respect rather than disdain. Following the monumental victory and the signing of the peace pact with the Valkyries, Earth experienced a surge in cultural and technological exchange that propelled it into a new era of prosperity and innovation. Yet, for Tom Reed and his team, the echoes of their trials lingered, serving as a constant reminder of their roles not just as defenders, but as pioneers in Earth's ongoing journey in the galaxy. Tom, now retired from active duty, took on the role of an advisor to Earth's Galactic Relations Board. In his new capacity, he focused on fostering relationships that were initiated during and after the trials. His days were filled with strategy sessions and diplomatic meetings, where he used his experience and insights to guide Earth's interstellar diplomacy. One day, as Tom was preparing for a conference on interstellar security, he received an invitation from the Valkyries for a commemorative event marking the anniversary of the trials. The event was to be held on Neutralia, a planet known for its historical role as a peacekeeper among star systems. Intrigued and driven by a sense of closure, Tom accepted the invitation, seeing it as an opportunity to strengthen the ties further and promote peace. Upon arriving at Neutralia, Tom was greeted by General Kira, who had also transitioned to a role more diplomatic than military. "Captain Reed, your presence honors us," Kira greeted him warmly, a stark contrast to their first encounter. "As does your invitation, General. It's a testament to how far we've come," Tom replied, reflecting on their shared history. The event was a grand affair, attended by representatives from various civilizations, many of whom had witnessed the trials. As speeches were made and stories shared, Tom felt a deep sense of satisfaction, seeing the mutual respect that had grown among former adversaries. During a quiet moment, Kira approached Tom with a proposal. "Tom, the galaxy is vast, and while we have peace now, the future is uncertain. We propose a joint exploratory initiative, combining our resources to scout uncharted territories and prevent conflicts before they arise." Tom recognized the strategic and symbolic importance of such an initiative. Exploring the unknown together, not as rivals but as allies, that's a powerful message. "Let's make it happen," he agreed, excited by the potential of such a partnership. The initiative quickly gained support, becoming a beacon of cooperation that other systems looked to as a model. Tom led the first joint mission, navigating through unexplored space, encountering new species, and preventing conflicts through diplomacy and show of unity. The success of these missions elevated Tom's status not only on Earth, but across the galaxy. He became a symbol of peace and the possibilities that arise from choosing cooperation over conflict. As years passed, Tom often reflected on the trials and their aftermath. He realized that the true victory was not in the arena, but in the lasting peace that followed. The respect and alliances that emerged were his proudest achievements. Eventually, Tom chose to write a memoir, detailing his experiences from the trials to his diplomatic endeavors. The book became a bestseller, inspiring the next generation of Earth's leaders and explorers. In his final public appearance before a well-earned retirement, Tom spoke at Earth's Global Unity Forum. "What we achieved wasn't about showcasing our strength, but about understanding our differences and finding common ground. Let that be our legacy." Tom's story, from a combatant in the arena to a pioneer of peace, continued to inspire long after he stepped out of the public eye, a reminder of the enduring power of respect and cooperation in the vast starry galaxy. Years after the victorious trials and the establishment of interstellar partnerships, the effects of Earth's triumph and subsequent diplomacy continued to resonate across the galaxy. Tom Reed, now a celebrated figure both on Earth and beyond, decided to visit the training academy he once attended, now named after him. The academy had evolved into a center for training not just Earth's finest, but also for students from various allied civilizations. Walking through the corridors filled with aspiring cadets, Tom felt a profound sense of continuity. He was scheduled to give a keynote address about leadership and unity in the face of adversity. As he prepared his notes, he reflected on the path that had led him here. From the grim days of the Valkyries challenge to the flourishing era of peace and cooperation. The auditorium was packed as Tom took the stage. The audience, a diverse mix of human and alien attendees, awaited his words with rapt attention. "Today, I stand before you not just as a veteran of wars past, but as a testament to what unity and understanding can achieve," Tom began, his voice echoing in the hall. "Our victory in the trials was not just a defeat of our opponents, but a victory over our own limitations and prejudices. He paused, letting his words sink in, then continued. The challenges we faced weren't just physical. They tested our integrity, our compassion, and our willingness to understand those who were different from us. The real battle was against the threat of division and mistrust. Tom's speech ventured into the specifics of the post-trial era, the formation of the Joint Exploratory Initiative with the Valkyries and others, which had led to unprecedented periods of peace and prosperity. He highlighted the collaborative missions that had discovered new resources, averted conflicts, and brought different cultures together. One of the most profound legacies of our time in the arena, Tom noted, is this very academy, a place where young leaders from across the stars come together to learn not just how to lead, but how to coexist, collaborate, and turn potential conflict into mutual gain. The cadets listened, inspired by Tom's journey and the broader implications of his experiences. They were the new generation, the ones who would carry forward the legacy of peace and unity that Tom and his team had fought so hard to establish. After the speech, as Tom mingled with the cadets, a young Zalarian approached him, her eyes bright with respect and curiosity. Captain Reed, your stories are inspirational. It's hard to imagine a time when our peoples viewed each other with suspicion. Tom smiled, placing a hand on her shoulder. It wasn't that long ago. Always remember, peace is a continuous effort, not a static state. It's crafted by the choices we make every day, by leaders like you who will decide the fate of not just your planet, but potentially the entire galaxy. As the event drew to a close, Tom felt a reassuring sense of accomplishment and optimism for the future. The universe was vast and full of unknowns, but as long as the leaders of tomorrow carried the torch of peace and cooperation, the darkness could always be held at bay. Returning home, Tom Reed looked up at the stars, reminded of his adventures and trials. They were more than just memories. They were beacons that would guide humanity and its allies toward a hopeful, uncharted future.